Good morning, Pete. I just got done watching your video and I'm out here. I'm not real sure how long I'm going to stay out here. The other day it was 65 degrees and beautiful out. This morning it's 32 degrees and I'll show you what's on the truck. You fight heat and rain, I'll show you what I fight. This is what we have this morning. 32 degrees and snow. But I'm still going to get at it here a little bit. I'm going to set you up on the fender and see about getting the valve cover off on the other side, on the driver's side. And for us here in the States, the left side. And see how the rack is stuck under there. So I'm going to get the hood open and set the camera up and see about getting the valve cover off. So I'm going to get up here and open the hood. This side, I think there's no air inlet in the way, but there's hoses in the way that are going to cause a little trouble, I think. But first I got to get the air compressor going and start to get all the pine needles blown out of the way. I have to let the air pressure build up a little more. I can see if I can get some of these hoses tied up out of the way. I don't know if I got the video of me tying the hoses out of the way or not. I got them about as far as I can. And there just seems to be a lot more stuff in the way on this side. I'll bring you back when I think I have it cleaned out good enough to try taking it off. I don't know. I'm going to loosen the nuts and crack it loose. But I really don't think it's going to come out of there. I may have to move the power steering fluid reservoir in order to get it out. There's a lot crammed in here. I don't think it's going to fit out of there in any way whatsoever. I'm certain I'm going to have to take this power steering reservoir out of the way. And that's... Maybe I'll even have to drain it to get it out of the way. I really didn't want to have to do something like that. But I might not have a choice. So let's see if there's anything in it. Oh, I can see there's oil in it. It isn't up to a stick, but there's fluid in it. see here. Oh! Maybe. Maybe if I take this plastic bottle out of the way, I don't know if that'd be windshield washer fluid or what. It isn't hooked up to anything. But if I get that out of the way, I might be able to get it out of there. So we'll get a couple of wrenches for that. Now let's get this out of the way. Now that valve cover might just come out of there. There it is. Now let's see. So far the rack doesn't wiggle at all. We're going to pull the pin out. I think I got big enough channel locks here. Pin is out. This one is definitely stuck tighter than the other one was. The other one just had a little resistance to it. It's moving. See, this one was stuck more than the other one. But it's moving now. isn't moving back on its own though, like the other one did. We're just going to keep working on it here. I think I can go turn that air compressor off now, and I see if I can find some penetrant to spray on those a little bit. I'll be back. Now let's see if we can get a little penetrant on them. All right, now it's starting to move on its own, just from the weight and the little bitty spring pressure that's on it. See, we're gonna call that good. So I'll put the pin back in. So we get that hooked back up. Now let's get the valve cover back in. Now it's a question of getting that valve cover gasket and valve cover back in there. Apparently at one point someone pinched something under the valve cover gasket when they put it on. I mean, if I get this thing, not if, when I get this thing running for the road, I probably would put new, you know, I would watch them, and if they leaked it all, I would put new valve cover gaskets on it. Right now, I wish I could glue them to the valve cover, but I don't have anything for that. But they have a lip on them from being pressed to the head. Oh. Now, here you can see the data plates on this valve cover, but I'm not going to go through the trouble of cleaning that off right now. It isn't going to make any difference to me, and I don't want to beat it up by just scratching it off with a screwdriver. I'd want to use a solvent to soften it to clean it off. So it won't make a difference today, so I'm going to see if I can get it back in there. Now, anyone remember what order it went to come out so I can get it back in? That feels mighty good. Dropped right down into place. If the gasket were out of place, it wouldn't sit that nice. So I'm going to call it good and screw it down. Now I'll go around to the other side and get the other one on. Let's see if we can get this valve cover worked in. I'll say what Alan Rudolph used to say when doing something like this and he had his gloves on. He's going to do something, he'd say, well, let's get these boxing gloves off. Oh, and then I have the cover on upside down. I don't want the Detroit Diesel reading upside down. So we'll pull it out of there again. Now we'll try that again. I took that other elbow off for the air intake. That made it a lot easier. There. Feels like it's sitting down there good and square. So I'm sure the gasket's in place. Otherwise it wouldn't sit that nice. Tighten it down. I'm going to put the air intake right back on right away. Oh. That'll probably be easier said than done. For some reason, those rubber boots probably aren't as soft as they were 50 years ago. I think it went now. There, it's in place. Alrighty. Now we're going to work on the ignition, or on the starting circuit. No electric ignition on this, on the starting relay circuit. You saw the other day I had jumped across these. First thing I'm just going to do is attempt loosening the nuts, wiggling them a little, and retightening them. See if that'll do the trick. Well, I think I'll have to get a different wrench for that. I'm just going to try it once with those two loosened and moved. And I have the emergency flapper still closed, so there's no chance of it starting and running away. Still nothing. Let's try it across the relay again. So maybe the relay itself is bad. I can handle it. Let's see. I can handle emergency flapper from right here. So we're going to give it a whirl. And if it starts, this is a cold start. You see the snow on it. There's the engine oil pressure. Now I gotta go out and show you the exhaust. And look at that exhaust. You know how many open joints smoke profusely until they warm up. This one is clean right from the start on a 32-degree day. See, there's snow on it. Music to my ears. And you notice the governor doesn't gallop on it like so many old GMs when they're cold. builds air up, and if that isn't froze, some of you who haven't seen a wig-wag will see what one is. Tack works. Oh, I never even noticed before. An hour meter. I'm hitting the brake pedal. See, it's got air pressure. I don't know if the gauge works. See, I got the wig set now. I'm going to shut it off. Got to do that a couple times first. I'll see if the electric fuel shutoff works. And it does. So all I have to do now, maybe the relay is bad. I don't hear it click at all. And if it ain't a contact, it'll be the relay itself probably. So now I'm going to pump the air, see if the wig falls, or if that's... Now I'm going to pump the air and see if the wig falls. Or if it's stuck too much. Yeah, it must be stuck. Because when air pressure drops, that's supposed to fall. And then that says low air on it. So, that'll just probably take some freeing up. That's what happens when stuff sits. I'm going to try the key one more time. No, I think I'm going to call that good. You heard it running nice. And, Sunday morning, still got it going on Sunday morning, Pete. So Sunday morning, I think I'm gonna let it at that. Go in the house and relax a little bit, edit this video, the little bit of editing I do, and we all heard it run properly now. Let's see if this, oh yeah, you can still hear it releasing the last little bit of air. So I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one. Couldn't help myself, Steve. I had to start it one more time for you.